Here are the solutions to page 95 of your homework. So we're finding the surface area for all these shapes. All of these are 1 and 2 are square base pyramids, so we're going to use our surface area formula. 1/2 times the slant height times the perimeter plus the area of the base. The slant height is 14. And then the perimeter of the base is, the base shape is a square, so that'll be 4 sides times 10 to give you 40. And then the area of the base will be 10 to the second power, or 10 times 10, which is 100. And now we'll plug those in. Surface area then you will multiply and then add 100. So your surface area for number 1 is 380, and it doesn't give the units, so we can just put units squared. For number 2, you're doing the exact same thing, except this time our slant height is 10. 7 is the side length of the square, so our perimeter is going to be 4 times 7, which is 28. And then the area of the base is going to be 7 times 7, which is 49. And then you'll plug in 0.5 or 1/2 times the slant height 10 times the perimeter 28 plus the area of the base shape, which is a square. Multiply, and you should get 140. And then 140 plus 49 should give you a total of 189 square inches for the surface area for 2. For number 3, this shape is in a square. This one is a triangular prism, or triangular pyramid. Also, you're going to see that they give you lots of measurements, so we need to mark out which ones we need. So we're still going to use the same formula. Surface area equals 1/2 times the slant height times the perimeter of the base shape plus capital B, which is the area of the base or bottom shape. So the first thing we want to do is figure out which one is the slant height. Well, you've got 2 in there that are going what looks to be vertically. 17, which is in the center of the pyramid, and then 20, which is on the outside. We always want the height that's on the outside of the base shape, so we want 20. 17 would be used for volume or interior. Now the perimeter. The perimeter of the base shape is a triangle, and as you can see, one side is 3, plus another side is going to give you 4, and the following, or the other side, is going to give you 5. So you have to add 3 plus 4 plus 5, which will give you 12. And then the next thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to find capital B, which is the area of the base shape. The bottom shape is a triangle. So we have to use the area formula for a triangle, or 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. Now remember, your base and your height of your triangle always create a right angle. They're perpendicular to each other. So that's how I know that 3 and 4 are the base and the height, which will give you 6. And so now what I'll do is I'll plug into my surface area formula. So 0.5 or 1/2 times 20 times 12 plus 6. Multiply. You should get 120, and add, and you'll get 126 feet squared. For number 4, We're going to use a cone. As a matter of fact, we're using cones for both 4 and 5 there. So we'll go ahead and write our surface area formula, which is pi r squared plus pi r times the slant height. So now we need to find the radius and the slant height. The entire diameter is 10 for the circle, so that means the radius is 5. The slant height is on the outside, and I gave that to you as 11 and 1/10. So now you need to plug those in. Of course, if I didn't give that to you, then you would have to use the Pythagorean theorem to find that. We're using 3.14 to approximate pi. So we'll multiply. So 78 and 5/10, and then 174.27, and then we'll add them up to get 252 and 77 miles squared. And then for the next shape, we're going to use the same formula. This time the radius they give us is 3. The slant height they also give us, which is 5. Remember, the slant height is always on the outside. So now we'll use 3.14 times 3 to the second plus 3.14 times 3 times 5. Multiply, you'll get 28.26. And multiply your second set, and you'll get 47, excuse me, and about 1/10, and then add them up, you'll get 75 and 36 centimeters squared.